made a decision. For once, we made the decision, right? Before, who else was making decisions for us?
The drugs.
Well, in this particular case, right. Who else made the decision? Well, who made the decisions for you to be here? Let's see who's going to be honest.
The agent.
Huh?
The court.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I don't even try to give me no nice little, oh, give me, no. At some point, hopefully, when you start coming, you realize that. But the bottom line, 99% of everybody here is somebody told you what? This is what you got to do. You ain't got to, but if you want this, like that song, what? You can get with this, or you can get with that, right? You can get with this, or you can get with that. So the bottom line is, the decision was made by somebody else, right? So now you here, now you come in here, and for once, now you're saying, listen, I can't do this, right? I've tried to have control. Remember we talked about steps 1 and 2. We talked about being in control, right? And the reason why it's such a struggle for us control-wise, because in the past, we had control, because up until this point, we made the decisions what? Pretty much on everything in our lives, right? Remember we talked about that?
No.
We don't like the house, we do what? We don't like, girlfriend, we do what? We don't like the school, we don't like the job, what do we do? So control means that we make the decision whether people agree with it or not. Now we're facing the fact that we don't have control over something, right? And that something is this substance. And it's a struggle for us because we don't want what?
To stop.
We don't like to be controlled. Who likes to be controlled? Anybody?
Yeah, it depends on who's controlling.
No.
Really?
No.
All right, I want to hear this. Go ahead.
I didn't say it was an open conversation.
You brought it out there. She said it depends on who's controlling it. All right, and I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. We ain't gonna put you on blast.
No.
Okay?
I didn't be on blast. I just said, you asked the question. You said
Well-
you like to.
And now we want the
But at
411.
some point in your life, you are still being controlled.
Yeah, the government, as far as stuff like that, but I'm saying, like, if you could just walk off your porch and decide, like, oh, you can't even stop me, I'm not speaking anymore. You don't want to be controlled in nothing.
That ain't being controlled. You still got a decision. We talking about control.
Somebody can't walk off.
Control and you making a decision is what? You still have, getting out here, the laws are not controlling. The laws, you still have a decision, right? Because you can go. If you don't want to stop for the red light, you can do what?
Pass it.
Right. We're talking about control. I have no control. I can't stay stopped. This is not about. So now we made a decision. So because we have no control and lost control, and we know, and now we see that we have lost the decision-making process, now we come to the point where, like, I can't do this, even when I want to. So now we have to do what?
Ask for help.
Exactly. Now, why do you think in step 3, and this is, and feel free to disagree, why do it say turn our will and our lives? Why will and lives? Why couldn't it just say turn our lives over?
Because sometimes you got to be willing to do some obstacles.
No, why can't I just turn my life over? Why does it say will and lives?
Because some people they wrong, they versus competitors, yeah.
But what that got to do with will? No. What does that have to do with will and life? Your life.
Is just living in will and
You're getting a little closer. My life, and it says my will.
Those two different things.
Yeah. And again, you can disagree. See, my thing is like, I can turn my life over, and in this reference, I believe, I can just turn my life over and what? Go through the motions.
Yeah, right, okay.
You see?
Right.
I'm turning my life over. I'm going to meetings.
Yeah.
But when I turn my will over,
You start internalizing.
that means that now,
I'm in the way again.
yes, exactly. Right? That makes sense?
Mhm.
My will and my life. There's a guy who started Celebrate Recovery, a guy by the name of, he's a pastor, this big group, Christian group, a 12-step group, Celebrate Recovery, and he disagrees. He says that it really should be turn our life and then our will. And to me, I just look at it. My will is the thing that drives my life,
Yeah.
Strong.
right? And so if I turn my will, whoever has my will, they got my life.
Right,
That makes sense?
right, so, I'm better for God than everybody else.
Yeah, if my will, right.
Uh-huh.
So that gets us to the next, that gets us to this point where now, over to the care of God as we understood it. Why do we, and we talked about, because I was not making good decisions. So now I got to turn my will over to the care of God as I understood him. So who else wrote something? Did you read yours? You read yours. Somebody else read theirs. Why? How did you decide?
He want to read
I already read it.
Gerard.
I already read it.
Who else want to?
What's about number one?
Yes. How did you decide? What happened in your life that I have to turn it over to the care, over to a higher power?
My decision was made when my freedom was in jeopardy. I know that I cannot be in a position where I cannot be in control of my own life. I knew I needed help because I knew that it could come to the point of my freedom being in jeopardy, but not until it happened. That I really understood the severity of me being without my children or without having not financial freedom, but freedom over my own choices and decisions.
Right. Right. Okay. Anybody else?
Hey, oh, you want to come to work?
Yes. You can stay for a minute. Why a higher power?
Somebody that's more, in control.
I mean, because the higher power is all knowing, omnipotent, you know what I'm saying, is a source of, power that I don't have, so I need something greater than myself to help me make decisions. Because, again, you left them all devices, I crash the condoms in the wall every time.
Anybody disagree?
No.
So a higher power, somebody who knows me, and that's where the real other spirituality part comes in, where we talk about, relationship with higher power, and of course mine is relationship with a God who knows me, and the amazing thing is, and again, feel free to disagree, and y'all know, this can be the preacher part of me. One of the reasons why, and even as I'm going through some things now, my spiritual beliefs is that I have to trust God, especially when he doesn't make sense. As a matter of fact, most of the time, he doesn't make sense. As a matter of fact, I get leery when when he makes sense.
When something just too easy.
Well, it's not too easy, it just makes sense, because because my beliefs is in terms of God works differently than me. He made me. He know what's best for me, right? And if I could figure it all out, what I need him for, right? And so part of my beliefs in terms of with a higher power is to be able to trust him, to know that he's going to do all that I need, right? And I trust him because if I serve a higher power and a loving God who loves me, and isn't that kind of the basis or not the basis of our relationships, right? We get involved with somebody, and what's the first thing that what's one of the things that you have to do? Again, going back to what we talked about weeks ago, what's one of the first things that you have to do when you are with somebody and you love somebody? What's the word? Vulnerable, but before that, you have to what?
Bring out that representative.
Huh?
Have faith.
Faith, but there's another word.
I know you're not gonna say trust.
Yes. You know I was getting ready to say
Yeah,
that.
you biblical trust.
You have to,
Bible.
because you have to trust. How in the world are you going to be in love with somebody then you don't trust them?
You supposed, I feel like that's what a lot of relationships go wrong in, because you supposed to have faith in all situations. You supposed to.
Faith is trust.
No, that's two different words. You know,
It's really not.
faith,
Faith and trust is two.
they go hand in hand, but they very similar words, but they're
It
not.
depends on the person.
You have faith in situations. You
Back up. How can you have faith in somebody and you don't trust them?
I trust God. I don't trust flesh.
Hey, that makes sense.
But if you have, that's good. But if
faith
you,
in a situation, that God will make it work out.
then here's my point, whether you agree or not. My point is in relationships, again, we can all agree, if you are in love or have ever been in love, right? Y'all follow me?
Yeah.
You have got to be able to trust that person. Now, most of us and most of you are saying, well, that's because guess what? You're saying that because at one point somebody did what?
Broke your heart.
What have they done, Ruth?
Kick it across the field.
No, not broke it. Go ahead and say it.
Not at one point, they've been dishonest and they've been.
And that's what? If they've been dishonest, is what?
Betrayal.
So go ahead and say it.
Yeah, betrayal, but at the end of
No. Stop. Give that. They have been what? They have betrayed your what? Thank you.
No, not trust. No. See, that was a trick question.
That ain't no trick question. Hold on. Let her finish.
I do not trust people.
I didn't say whether we're not going to.
Trust God.
Listen, you with me? I am not questioning whether you trust people or not. I know why, and my point is why we don't trust people in
Because
light
the
of.
Bible says.
No. We're not talking. We're talking about why do you don't trust people.
Because the Bible says.
No.
And me the Lord will lead you down the right
But
path.
why don't you trust somebody?
Why don't I?
Yeah.
It sure say no.
Because it's a learned behavior.
No.
I'm no man before
It's a
God.
learned behavior when we are to
See, y'all beating around the bush. I'm trying to get. You ain't gonna say it. Why we don't trust people?
You're not supposed to.
No. And if you don't, no.
Trust will get you killed.
Thank you. So at some point,
It's because you survive.
somebody has what?
Hurt you.
Betrayed your trust. I know plenty of people. I mean, there's a couple on Facebook that has been, one of the things, been married for 40 and 50 years and whatever. One of the things it says, right, yeah, we had some ups and downs or whatever, but the bottom line is,
You always trust me.
this is the person I trust.
Hey, I know I had been in a lot of crisis relationships, and once that trust was gone, that relationship was over. Period. Period. It was over.
My first Christmas.
See, I always been an opposer of that because, like I said, I grew up from Yale Hand Church, and I always even questioned that verse in Bible study.
You can
But
trust that.
Excuse me. All ye trust in me, the Lord, who will lead you down the righteous path. Trust no flesh. That's written in the Bible. So after you grew up and taking it to your own understanding, then the relationship you're supposed to trust.
Well, now we get into some spiritual things, and I get into you. First of all, show me that verse.
Oh no, this what it says.
It ain't
That's
that.
how I'm honesty.
I'm just saying.